What's up, soul family? It's your girl, Beautiful Resilience, Resilient Goddess. Y'all know I am beautiful and I am that girl, Resilient. What's up, soul family? Y'all, I have been gone for a minute, right? Well, it ain't been that long. But listen, your girl has been dealing with a cold. Baby, this weather in Birmingham going from hot and cold and me turning my AC on and then the heat. Y'all know I knew better. But hey, I had a cold. I really couldn't, my voice, I lost my voice for maybe 2 or 3 days or whatever. And just being down for the couple of days of having a cold, I didn't feel like, getting on here and doing a video. Although I did record one the other day, but I wasn't led to post it, so I didn't post it. Y'all know I'm funny about stuff like that, so I didn't really post it. But you guys, I am coming to check in with y'all. It is so much. I thought I'd turn this music down a little bit. Y'all, I know I don't own the copyrights to this music or anything, but listen, I am coming on here to check in with everybody because it is so much going on in the world today with our women and our children. Y'all, I don't know, a lot of videos that I posted, y'all, are always, I talk about how imperative it is for us to be in praying season right now. We have to pray over these children. We have to pray for each other. Unfortunately, I'm going to say women are the most unprotected people in this world right now. Women and children are the most unprotected women and we're just the most unprotected, and that's just what it is. People have their opinions about it, but that's my opinion about it from my own personal experiences, right? But listen, I did want to come on here today because I do have something that I want to discuss, y'all. So, and this goes along, I have a 16-year-old daughter. She literally just turned 16 on the the 14th, and our relationship, I have left a door open for all 3 of my kids for them to be able to talk to me and tell me anything. I don't want them to ever feel like they have to keep anything from me. They have to hide anything from me. Nothing is too embarrassing. I'm like, if it's so bad, hey, tell me and let's get through it together, right? Listen. Me and my daughter was talking about, we talk about relationships. She had questions about just different things about, having a healthy and positive relationship. And I have had, been in, a couple of healthy relationships where they, we were just, in different spots in our life, and it did not end, negatively. But listen, I have a concern. So my daughter, I'm not gonna, tell too much of her part, but this is the concern I had. So she kind of was getting some advice from an elder. This one will probably consider my elder because that person is also older than me as well. And this person told my daughter, because she was upset about something and she wanted to just know if she was overreacting or maybe if it, it just was what it was. This particular elder told my daughter, she told her, she started off by telling her a story. And she said, there was a girl, dating a guy, or actually they were married. But the man was taking care of everything in the household. And she was just sad. She was good. And she found out that the husband was cheating, but she had to take everything into consideration because the man was taking care of everything in the house. So she told my daughter, sometimes you have to weigh it, Do you want to just give up something just for, Yeah, y'all know. No. Baby, y'all keep that low vibrational, no self-worth and having stuff to yourself, okay? Please don't be out here educating these babies to put up with stuff. And that's, y'all, this and why it's so important why I'm talking about it, because this is where it starts. Some women think they have to stay in relationships and stay in stuff just to take it because a person's doing so much for them. No. Your self-worth, you don't have to take that. You don't have to deal with it. You do not have to put up with somebody degrading you, disrespecting you, not showing you the love and respect that you are as a woman, as a human, just because they're doing something for you. The devil is a lie. Baby, keep that low self-worth stuff over there. We're not doing that. Don't tell my child that. Don't tell my baby that. Because we're not doing that. We see, even though mama dealing with something right now, even though mama still got income, mama always been a go-getter. Mama always been a hustler. Mama always have had a job. Always have worked my butt off. Lose one because of the chaos, go get another one. I've always been on the go. So they got that in their blood. They gonna work because they hard workers, period. But listen, don't tell these, but and it's not even just my child. And I'm probably, if they didn't told my child, they didn't probably told somebody else that. Come on, y'all. Yeah, these are elders. These are elders talking to these babies, telling these babies to outweigh the situation. Okay, he's taking care of you, so what? He's cheating. When did we start, ladies? When did we started doing that? This is something you telling a baby, and she's a teen. Y'all have to remember that these babies are like sponges right now. They're soaking up everything. They're soaking up all the the information they're getting. And even though some experiences they're gonna have to live through on their own, but when she's literally reaching out in conversation, saying hey, and trying to get advice about a situation that she was in, and you told her that, I'm just glad that she was able to have the conversation with me, because I was able to tell her, no, we're not doing that. That's not what we're doing. Because you love yourself. You have a better self-worth. You don't have to wait on a man to do anything for you. Whatever he's doing for you, baby girl, you can do for yourself. Let him go on over there and do whatever he wants. No, because let me tell you something. I truly believe that there is somebody out there for everybody. You don't have to, if he want to cheat, let him cheat. But you're not going to cheat with me, not with me knowing it. No. Everybody got everybody has their boundaries. Everybody have their, what do you call it? Deal breakers. People have deal breakers. That's a deal breaker of mine. Because we're not gonna do this cheating back and forth. I understand that, we're not perfect and all this stuff, but yeah, we're not doing that. We're not, I'm not gonna be okay with just knowing that you out there just cheating or whatever. But yeah, y'all, I don't know how I felt about this. I'm really glad that she was open to, and she didn't bring it to me like, oh, guess what, so-and-so or whoever told me. She was just really, breaking the situation down, just in conversation. And she was like, well, we talked about it. And, then she started explaining. I'm like, wait, say that again? Because I'm thinking maybe I had heard it wrong. Maybe she's not explaining it right. So I'm like, bring that back again. Can you tell me what you just said? And pretty much it was the same thing. Ladies, elders. I mean, I'm only 43, but I do know that we're not supposed to be telling these babies to outweigh the situation and look at the pros and cons and see, okay, just because he's cheating and that he's taking care of you, don't worry about that. Because he's coming home. That was the end. Because he's coming home to you. Y'all, that sound like some stuff. Listen, no, let's stop teaching these babies that, y'all. We supposed to be teaching these babies self-love, their self-worth, just even being independent on it. And no, I'm not saying being independent and just, because we need our men, just like our men need us. We went through these phases of men and women going against, and I think we still in it. It's just we see of all the stuff that's going on in the world right now with a lot of women, losing it. I think we still dealing with a lot of, men versus women stuff. But y'all, we need each other. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, we need each other. A man need a woman and a woman need a man. We need each other, period. You just have to find that right one. You just have to find that, divine being that you're supposed to be with and do life with, There's people out here have made it. Their marriage wasn't perfect. But we not going in and just telling them, hey, just to deal with it. No, I don't think that's what we should tell them. I don't I don't think that's something that we should tell them. And I'm just definitely not. I mean, I know everybody have their own opinion, but I don't think that's something that I want to tell my 16-year-old daughter, to just deal with a man cheating on her because he's taking care of her. No. But you know what? I do want to, I don't know. Y'all, it's, I don't know. Today has been it's been a bit interesting for me, and I already know what that is. You know, I've been also dealing with some, spiritual stuff. I don't know who this is fighting me with my throat chakra, but y'all know, look, I'm the type, when people be fighting against me, and I know that you're intentionally fighting against me, that just makes me want to go even harder. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to stop me, especially if it's something God-given and God-driven. It's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going. It may take a day or two to, okay, God, give me my strength back, give me my energy, put me in the right place so I don't respond to this in a negative way, or just a way that you don't want me to respond. You know what I'm saying? Just a place from from my own emotion, from a way of our flesh, and I had to take a couple of days, but yeah, my throat chakra has been, being attacked, and other stuff has been, trying to be attacked, but I'm still, good. I'm still great. All is well, and, y'all, we gotta pray. We gotta pray for our nation right now. Us women, we are under attack. And yes, I visibly know I will still continue to speak on my situation with this, privacy invasion, human trafficking, sex trafficking. I have been a victim of severe and chronic identity theft, and inheritance theft, and all this stuff. And I do believe that I was put in situations intentionally so that I can get, just put out of the way so that those individuals could be able to go ahead and get to that. And I think that they put a lot of time, they put a lot of strategic planning, a lot of illegal stuff has taken place for them to get that, and it's just been a lot, y'all. They've done a lot, and I'm not going to stop speaking on it. I'm going to continue to speak on it. I'm aware that, in another thing, I want to go ahead and give an, advance apology. In Atlanta, they had this thing, they were telling people, I guess making noise around me, saying that I had PTSD. I do not have PTSD. I do not get frightened by noise or anything like that. I just don't. I guess they needed something to cover up for the, the false diagnosis with, other stuff that was going on. I don't know, but I don't suffer from PTSD from going with noise and stuff. So I want to go ahead, if I'm ever out and about, and I'm around real veterans, I'm around veterans with a real case of PTSD, I am sincerely and I am genuinely sorry. We got some evil people out here that just, y'all, they soulless. I'm serious. And that's just what it is. Because why are you trying to make somebody, I don't know you. Who are you? What are you doing? Are you okay? But yes, that's what's going through my head. And unfortunately, y'all, it's just people like that. And that's just life. We have to deal with it. But when I say I am sincerely and genuinely sorry to the veterans that are dealing with real case PTSD, because I know people, even when the 4th of July come around and the fireworks, I know that it's people that have to, take different medications to go to sleep. And it's severe for, people that's, going through that. So I just want to really sympathize with, people that are really dealing with that. And I really am. I want to go ahead and throw that out. But listen, people have been doing some evil things to, things that you wouldn't even think is possible, things that you wouldn't think people would do. And it took some years of strategic planning, and that's just where we are. And I do realize that I'm not the only woman. I'm not the only person. Matter of fact, I'm not going to say woman, because I also see that it's men going through the same thing. It is a collective of people that is out here going through that. They are going through severe and chronic identity theft. People are trying to steal from them, I guess, without trying to get, in trouble or get caught. People are having deed theft. People are showing up in courts as appearing as other people. So basically you have a judge, you have a lawyer, you have a probate, clerk, you have a realtor, you have law enforcement, you have just different people that are being paid off to do certain things. But I'm going to encourage y'all today, because y'all know I'm a dreamer. That's what keep pushing me every day. That's what keeps me going. God had his angels in every department, in every sector in this world. Y'all, yes, we are surrounded by evil. Yes, we are. And y'all, some days it get hard because you think that the people are getting through, getting over or getting away with it or whatever from the poisoning attempts. People doing stuff to your food and, coming into your house and they don't think you're doing it. Like people don't, yeah, you may have your camera stuff, but don't think that other people not watching you. Don't think that bottom line, not to say too much with that, but nothing that they're doing is being unseen. Everything is seen. Do not get discouraged. Do not throw in the towel. Y'all keep fighting, because divine timing. We have to trust divine timing. Keep praying. Keep your hands and your heart clean still. But we really have some people. This is a global, this is a nationwide corrupt, fraudulent organization that what people are doing. Listen, I went years just beating myself up, and I'm like, y'all really out here telling these people all this stuff about me? Y'all really had this stuff planned out. Y'all had this stuff planned out on me. Changed my name all them many times. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. But you know what? I love you and I still forgive you. But I don't want you in my space. I don't want to be in your space, and I don't want you in my space. Let's just, But yeah, y'all, it's a lot of stuff. It is so much going on in our world right now. It is so much, from the women getting killed, the children, the Epstein files. Let's not forget that. They're trying to distract us with this war to, try to not think about that. And then we have our babies going to war. Now they want to do an automatic drafting, so it's a lot of stuff on everybody's head right now. And it's real imperative for us to keep a level head and just stay prayed up. Take it day by day. Some people have to take it minute by minute, but do not get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Do not get discouraged, y'all. Y'all got to keep on pushing, and you have to stay, with an elevated conscience. We're still trying to lift the conscience of the world, and I'm still learning. I don't know, I'm still, I started on this spiritual journey. I'll probably say just about a year, and I understand a lot now. I understand a lot, so much, guys. I understand so much, even from when I was a child, when I was able to dream things and see. I understand, even in the presence of other people, and saying those things in the presence of other people. And those are the same people that are doing what they are doing to me now. Even when it came to, abuse that I went through, the same people that I sat down with are the same people that are living off things that belong to me right now. So, it's just been, and it's so many people with the same story. I used to feel so sorry for people, because I'm like, dang, they really had to go through that. And maybe that person didn't know how to deal with it. And, because that's me, I'm empathetic. Even though I know I'm going through something, I'm the one hurt, I'll be like feeling sorry for the other person. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for instance, one of my abusers, I felt so bad for that person, because it's just weird. And I don't know if there was something that was programmed in me as a child, because there were certain things. It was so much. I don't dwell on it much. Because I don't have time. It's always, it's time to move forward. Y'all know we're always pushing forward. That nothing in the back is gonna, help us to elevate and move, towards progression. So always, and we do. Find those times, find those spots when you're thinking back to something. Because for me, sometimes things click. I'm like, oh, that was that. And I don't even be thinking about it. But something in my mind will click. I'm like, oh, that's what that was. You know, and that's just sometimes that's just things that, you know, that's how it happens sometimes. But we always have to still remember to go ahead and keep, you know, going forward. We're gonna think about it, but we're not gonna dwell on it. We're not gonna stay stuck on it. You know? And sometimes we do, y'all, we go through the little moments, because I know I have my moments of it. I don't want to, you know, project, but I'm gonna say me, I know I have my moments of disgust. It's not even anger anymore, it's just pure disgust. Like you're disgusted, like I don't know. Sometimes I don't even think people are human at this point. It's like you cannot have a soul. You can't have a heart. You can't. It's not possible. And it turns not into anger. Sometimes it goes from anger to disgust to just feeling sorry for that individual. Because it's like, dang, you really are broken. You are so broken and unhealed, you know, that you have to reach outside of yourself to make you happy. You have to do other things. You have to get your happiness from other people, or doing other things, or making it look like you got something, making it look like you have this lifestyle, because you want to be seen as something that you're not, because you're just not. Everything you have, you stole. You're not healing. And the reason you stole, because you didn't take the time to heal yourself or try to heal with that person. You know, and I don't know. Yeah, y'all see, I've been gone a lot. I've been gone a while, and I have a lot to say today. I have a lot, I do. And, you know, I just want to, you know, keep it on the positive side, but it is a lot. People, families, y'all, money is truly the root of all evil. The love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil. Y'all out here stealing, robbing your own family, okay? Y'all are out here trafficking your own family. Family don't even know they being trafficked. Y'all sending in people to date them. Y'all sending in people to date them. And that's trafficking. That's sex trafficking, because you were able to do whatever you know. It's just, y'all, it's... Yeah, that's why nobody can tell me anything. You can't bash nothing that I have going on right now. I don't, because no one knows everything that you're dealing with. They're only seeing what the world is showing you, and then all that is all tainted. It's all twisted to fit a particular narrative for other people, because they don't want to get caught up in their stuff. So no, I don't know. And let me also give a shout out. I just want to encourage single parents, whether it's men, whether it's a woman, or whatever the case may be. If you know that you're doing everything in your power, and it does not matter if you ask for help, okay? If you have people out here, because even with how the economy is going, if you have to reach out to different programs, y'all do what y'all need to do for y'all kids, okay? Because the people that are coming on these little, you know, apps saying, oh, I did it by myself. Okay, great. Kudos to you. It is amazing. Great job. But who are you to down the next person, because they may have not had the same support, or they may not have had the same, you know, startup plan as you had, or everybody's situation is different. Some people separate, you know, for different reasons. Like me, I'm going to talk on my situation. I have been away from my kids for about, 10 months? Out of, 22 years? I have a 22-year-old. 10 months. This was, yeah. I will say this has been the longest 10 months. But with God, all things are possible. And the safety of my kids come first. I mean, we see what's, you know, I don't really have to speak on it, but we see what's you know, we see what's in the air. We see what's going on. And I don't care anything about that. And y'all should not either. As long as you know you're doing everything possible. All this other stuff, people tell me, oh, you can't make excuses, because they didn't have the same issues. They didn't have the same things that are coming, and specifically to the collective. I'm talking about the collective people that has had to deal with governmental stuff because of your spiritual gifts, and you're being targeted, okay? You're being targeted, and you've had multiple jobs, but you've gotten harassed, and they stealing money in your checks. You had multiple vehicles, They sabotaged your cars, had people, maintenance men charge all of that stuff. And each time you kept getting back up and you kept going and you kept going and you kept going until you just had to stop and say, wait, I need to pause for a second. And if you have to pause, y'all pause. Your journey is not like the next person. So don't let the next person put you down, especially if you know that you're doing all that you can do. Come on, y'all. None of us can talk down on each other. And if you do, I don't care. Like, y'all, listen, I'm telling you, y'all should not care. I'm saying if you're sincerely and genuinely doing everything you can for your child or your children, baby, only listen to what God got. Only listen to your, tap in, baby. Just know, I'm telling you, don't listen to the outside world. Don't listen to the outside noise, okay? Don't listen to the outside noise. If you have to, even if you have to talk to one person, some people choose church, their pastors or a friend or a counselor or a therapist, or, and some people don't actually have, that. And you just have to find a way to make it happen. And I'm telling you, a mother always make it happen. Yes, we nurturers. We always make stuff happen. Even if it don't look like it, we making stuff happen. Yeah. So, y'all, I want to just encourage y'all, just because, like I said, it's so much going on, so much negativity, so much death right now, so much of chaos, so much of discord between men and women. And like I said, y'all, we need each other. We got to find a way. We need each other. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot. But like I said, we're not gonna dwell on. We're gonna keep on, pulling our brushes up every day and, getting to it like we've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get to it. But y'all, I really do miss y'all. Y'all see and then I got a cold and I still got my fan on. I don't know, it's just like I have to have, even when I have my AC on, I turn the fan on. Like I have to have my fan on. So, yeah. I don't care even about the cold. I'm still gonna have that fan on. So, but I'm fine though. I'm better. Today was the day that I was missing my babies. I reached out to them, and I don't know why, but every time I cook a Sunday meal, I get emotional. It's like, dang, I'm not cooking for them, and I don't know. I was just so used to cooking, Even though what was this last year? Out of all, it was a tough year for us. I had never in my life been to a food bank, but last year we ended up, being in a food bank. So, that's one of the other things that I have to pray about today, but knowing that people out here have stolen from me and still hiding my money and still holding on to things that belong to me, and some people that married off, and it's just so much. Just knowing that you and then you say you love my kids, but y'all had us. No. And I think the overall thing was, even with the collective people, I don't think they want us to have love around us any type of way. The friendships, relationships, sabotage. You have an animal, they don't want an animal loving on you. They're going to do something to the dog. Or, it's just so much. I've heard the stories. I've lived some of the stories. And it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. All this stuff y'all having to go through. All this stuff y'all having to do, and you still gonna lose. Yeah. But it's okay. Like I said, I don't hold any grudges in my heart. I still, think about some things sometimes and just wonder where people's mind was and where it is. Because some people, sometimes we can make so many excuses for why we do things. But we know if we really be real, that was not the reason. And you've probably been planning this since wherever I came from. We're not going to go there. But, yeah. But God is still good, y'all. God is still good. He's still, he's still making a way out of no way. He's still waking me up. I'm still waking up with the activities on my limbs. I'm just grateful. I am so grateful today. I'm so grateful for everything. I'm just grateful. I am grateful. Everything is not perfect, but I am grateful because it could always be worse. It could always be worse. It's always when you're going through something. Let me tell you, when you're going through something, God will put somebody in your presence. He will allow you to meet somebody that is doing so much way worse than you that you will be like, okay, God, I'm cool on what I got going on because I don't know what I would probably do in that situation. And I've seen it. I've seen some of y'all stories and I've heard some. I just could not fathom. I don't know how I would be able to deal with it. I don't know how I would be able to respond. But I know y'all are strong enough to do it because let me tell you, I don't believe that, he's not giving us nothing that we can't handle. So whatever situation he's giving to you, I know that you can deal with. I know that you got it. It's just strengthening you. It's just testing you. It's just, that's what it's doing. It's testing us, making us a little stronger, than we already are. Each test that come our way is always stronger. And y'all, I'm dealing with some spiritual attack. Baby, when I said I got some people trying to spiritually attack me. But when I say, my God, the protection, y'all ain't fighting me no more. Baby, let me tell you something. Y'all ain't fighting me no more. Y'all fighting God himself. Baby, y'all fighting them war angels that surrounded me. Baby, let me tell you, I done woke up in the middle of the night and seeing it, and it wasn't, y'all were probably, it was a day. No, I was so at peace. I was so calm. It just surrounded me and I was so calm. And I knew it was some form of protection. I knew I was protected. I felt so protected. Matter of fact, I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. But I didn't even wait. I just went on back to sleep. And I woke up the next day with just so much energy. I was just in a good place, just moving and, just getting stuff done, honey. My creativity spark went back. I'm talking about I was just flowing. Yeah, man. Y'all not, all that stuff y'all sending, all this spiritual work, all these people y'all be paying practitioners. And I think that's another thing too, listening to some of these intuitive girlies. Them practitioners done caught on to y'all. Some of y'all going to pay these people and y'all lying on people's character, y'all. Trying to attack chosen ones, knowing that chosen ones have a responsibility here on earth. So they have, a job to do, an assignment, a divine assignment. So that their protection come with something more and far more greater, just than this, this world or whatever. You have things that's protecting them in every realm, on every level. So you want to go to a practitioner knowing that whatever that practitioner is saying, that it's going to come back on that practitioner. These practitioners waking up. Some of these practitioners y'all paying, they saying these people already know y'all lying and they doing stuff to y'all. I'm sorry, Lord, forgive me for laughing. But y'all got to stop. Stop lying. Stop lying to these people, because if you go to a real guru, a real practice, and they know, and that's what they do, they're going to know you lying. They're going to know, because whoever they tap, whoever's energy or whatever they tapping into, whatever y'all taking, they're going to fit that. No. Ain't no trying to cause an illusion or do a manipulation. A real one going to be able to see. They're going to be able to see through that foolishness y'all doing. Y'all stop that foolishness. Stop all that demonic and satanic stuff. That stuff like that, y'all sending stuff trying to make cause harm to people, to their downfall, to their relationships, to their money and all that stuff. That stuff is going back to you. Everything you send out to someone is going to come back to you. Especially if you send it at a chosen one. They don't even have to do anything. Some of us, like me, for an example, I light my candles, I light my incense, and I go around my house praying. I'm going to protect myself fully to the fullest. But what you're not going to find me doing is going around this house praying to just hurt somebody, just praying for somebody. No. No, baby, because let me tell you something. I'm a true believer in karma. What you put out there, the energy you put out there, And something else that I feel, I don't think I was doing this right, and I know now. Y'all know when we know better, we do better. There's a thing that we say, and I think it's even in the Bible, but the thing to say, and I've even heard a lot of, big guru preachers say it, return to sender. and whatever you send to me go back to you and return it to, no. Baby, everything you send at me now, I'm going to transmute it. I'm going to transmute it into something great for me. I'm going to use that energy to make myself great. You're going to bring me something, okay? So, yeah, we're going to bank off the stuff that you're sending us. We're not going to send it back because that's, y'all know that's a tug of war. Because that person just going to send it back to you, you know what I'm saying? And even though there are some things that you can seal your protection and seal your, anoint your home and do certain things to, keep things away from you, but y'all see the lengths these people have went? Y'all, these people have went lengths to steal people's destiny, to try to destiny swap, but you can't have my destiny. You may have been able to play with it for a little while, but you're not going to have it. You can't have it. You can't. Yeah, I know some of y'all, it's, you like I said, y'all, some of these people you just, I don't know, you sympathize for. Unfortunately, they haven't healed. They don't love themselves. They don't know anything about love. And sometimes it's even not about you having anything. They just don't want you to have it. They don't, sometimes, some of the stuff they have, they don't want it. They just don't want you to have it. Okay? So you really have to sympathize and really pray for those. You have to pray for your enemies. Pray for the people, because I'm telling you, it's sometimes, and then sometimes, y'all, it's not even them. Sometimes people have entities, attached to them. Sometimes people send stuff out and that stuff go back to them, and then it be attached to them because it didn't do what it's supposed to do to that person that it's sending at. Yeah. So sometimes y'all like to be fighting with spirits, and y'all be thinking y'all arguing with that person. It's not. It's a spirit. It's an entity inside that person. Something has latched on to them. It's not even that, that individual anymore. And sometimes you have to, discern that as well. Pick up on that as well. We have some very dark energies walking around. We have some really demonic and satanic individuals that are walking around. We have soulless. Just don't think that we're the only ones walking this earth right now. Okay? And you just have to use your discernment. You just have to stay prayed up and just, do your part on this earth. Find your destiny, find your purpose, and do it. I'm still working towards mine, still trying to get it up every time. I did go through a little phase with every time I put some on my laptop and, finish a book or get an idea. It was, I look up and see somebody doing the same thing with the same design and everything. So I'm having to do other things a different way because I see that people also, they stealing. So they just stealing and scamming. That's what people doing nowadays. So, yep, you just have to find another way around that too and not stress about that either, because you just fussing about it saying, oh, they stole this. That ain't going to work either. Just do what you got to do. Pray about it. Give it to God. Give it to the war angels. Call them archangels. And hey, all will be well. Y'all, I have been on here 38 minutes. Let me get off of here. I love y'all. I miss y'all. And I'm going to be back. I promise I'm going to record a couple of times this week. I'm gonna do another one because, like I said, I've been gone, and I just want to, show my face. We did have people out there doing insurance fraud saying I wasn't, on the world anymore, but y'all know I ain't going nowhere till God want me to, and not until I fulfill this destiny here on earth. But yes, I am here. I will be recording another one this week. I hope each and every one of y'all are blessed. I hope you guys had an amazing Sunday. Go be great this week. Stay out the way. Keep your hands clean. Keep your heart clean, most definitely. And as I always say, y'all, stay strong and always stay resilient in these times, because it's getting interesting. And I don't think it's going to get better. I think it's going to get more and more interesting. So, y'all strap up. Women, be safe. Pray for each other. Protect each other. Protect each other, y'all. Protect each other. Protect each other. Some of y'all out here seeing a lot of stuff going on, y'all being quiet. God see y'all. Yes, it's seen. You're not speaking up. You're not minding your business. When you're quiet, you're You're allowing things to, you know, happen that you could stop. God see you. Yes, he does. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all be great. Stay resilient. And I will holler at y'all later. Bye.